David Hahn was infamous for building a neutron source in his garden shed when he was just 17 years old. He had set out to build a breeder reactor, but he only got as far as building the source before he realized he had made a big mistake. David discovered that the source was emitting radiation as far away as 5 houses down his street, so he loaded the parts into his car in the middle of the night and intended to dispose of it, but he was interrupted by the police. The police discovered what David had in his possession and arrested him. David was offered medical support due to his prolonged contact with radioactive material, but he refused it. After the event and the big cleanup, David continued with his life. He graduated high school. He became an Eagle Scout, and yes, he did achieve that atomic energy badge. He then joined the US Navy and the United States Marine Corps. Unfortunately, after the neutron source event, David's mother ended her own life, and this, combined with the collapse of his experiment, is said to have contributed to David's development of depression. A decade later, and David was in trouble again, this time for stealing smoke detectors, and he was suspected of again building a reactor, and this time storing it in his freezer. His neighbours were evacuated for 5 hours. After this event, David was found guilty of theft, and he was sentenced to 90 days in prison. In his police photo, his face was covered in sores. It was believed that this was due to being near so much radioactivity, but they couldn't prove it. It was reported that David died when he was just 39 years old, and his cause of death is reported as being accidental due to varied substance intoxication. However, doctors did believe that his interactions with radiation had significantly impacted his life expectancy anyway.